That's what I'm talking about.
What?
That's what I'm talking about. Oh yeah.
Can I do Melissa at 1?
Sure. How long did you want to book for?
Let's do 45 minutes.
Okay. What's your name?
Alicia?
Needed.
Okay. Some of you guys are going to think that I'm crazy, and I kind of am, so I'm not going to deny that. But I have always wanted to see a psychic, and I know that that's a little bit controversial and it's a little bit crazy, but whatever, it's what I want to do. I would like to know career-wise, like if I'm headed in the right direction, and I would like to know when I'm going to have another baby, and just stuff like that. So I'm going to just go and see what they say, and I will share what I ask and what they tell me with you guys. So stay tuned.
Let's just talk for a second. So obviously there's a bunch of readers here, so whoever you sit with is way crazy different.
Okay.
Rarely are readers similar.
Okay.
And that's affected by culture. Mm-hmm. Like some cultures are more fortune-telling, predictive. Mm-hmm. Like you're going to get in a car accident or whatever. Some are more, like for me, I think we live in the realm of possibilities. Mm-hmm. And maybe what is the difference between free will and fate? Mm-hmm. And how do those come together? Yeah. Like say even through quantum physics, right? Mm-hmm. Everything is possible. All these different doors open to your actions. Daryl next door is a Buddhist and a Hawaiian priest. Okay. So his whole spin will be completely different. Yeah, so this is exciting for you. Yeah. Now exploring. Yeah. Very cool. Alright, let's get going here. Okay. Okay, so go ahead and close your eyes. And taking a deep breath in through your nose. And exhale out of your mouth.
You're afraid of the backwards.
Another deep breath in.
Good morning, guys. So it's the next day after I saw the psychic. So after I actually recorded the entire thing, and shortly after the session with the psychic, my son threw my phone and cracked it, and it like turned all black, and the internal part was broken. So I lost the footage. So that kind of sucks because I actually filmed the entire thing and I was going to share it with you guys, and unfortunately it didn't make it into my iCloud. So like, who really understands iCloud anyway? Because I certainly don't. Where's this cloud that has all my stuff? Because just currently my phone has 0 pictures and 0 videos. So whatever, I'm trying to stay positive about it. I'm maxed out on my insurance claims, so I had to pay outright for a brand new phone. So this phone here, mark my words, is the last iPhone that I'm purchasing, because I've gone through so many iPhones because they are just not durable, and I'm clumsy and I have a 2-year-old. So I got this glass little protector and a Pelican case, so wish me luck, guys. As far as how the session went, it was actually really cool. It was really like comfortable. I felt really, you know, it wasn't like you walk in and there's a crystal ball and, you know, there's candles lit and stuff. It wasn't like that. So it was very warming, and she just had me take a couple deep breaths and then for me to start talking, and then she would stop me. Some of the main things that she told me was for our move to San Diego. She said that the transition to California is the best thing for us, and that it was a huge, big yes, and the timing of it and the location is exactly where we should be going. So if you guys remember, we were going to be going to Texas, and she told me that that was a huge no. And so the fact that we listened to our feelings on it was really smart of us. So that was really good news. So that made me feel really good. The other part that I had asked her was if I'm in the right direction as far as my career is concerned. So if you don't know, like, I did spend a good portion of my life in a corporate environment, and I worked for a really great company for like, I don't know, 8 years. And so a part of me was feeling like, am I doing the right thing? Like, by completely changing my career and, you know, diving into fitness the way that I have, or should I be like, you know, more secure and have a corporate job and do that because I did it for so long. And so that's kind of like what was bothering me enough to go see this person, because going back to San Diego, I was like, I have to start my business over. Like, should I continue it? Should I grow it? Or should I kind of have this as a hobby and then go back into do a corporate type of job? And she like stopped me when I was talking and was like, you do not belong behind a desk. Like, you belong in front of people, and you belong serving others, and you belong one-on-one with people or in a group setting. And so she didn't know that I was a personal trainer or anything, but she did mention that I am meant to, like, I guess basically just help people, and whatever way I choose to do that, I will be very successful. And so obviously I think I chose fitness. So she just made it very clear that I'm on the right path, and that this is the year where last year was endings and we're saying goodbye to a lot of stuff, and then this year is all the beginning, and it's all starting fresh. And she just said that a lot of success is in my future, and that as long as like I am open to things, then things will come to me. So I felt really good about it, and I'm just glad to have a little bit of clarity. Like, I am kind of in the right direction, and I am doing things that are going to be helping me grow as an individual, as a professional, you know, all of that. So she also said that my husband and I are really great for each other, and that there's true love there. So that felt really nice to hear. That kind of just confirmed it. I mean, obviously I feel that way, but you know, you're always like, I don't know, is it gonna work? So you know, according to her, it's going to be perfectly fine. The other thing she said, which I didn't even bring up, but she asked me if I wanted to have more kids, and I said yes, which I didn't even tell her I had kids. But I said yes, I'd like to have one more, and she said one more is ready to come, and like it is time. So, which is weird because my husband and I were talking about trying again and all that, but she mentioned that there's fertility issues, which kind of struck a chord with me, because as you probably remember from other videos, I've mentioned that I did have fertility issues to have my son. So it took us 2 years to have him, and she said that she foresees me being able to have another kid, but it's gonna require more work, and she doesn't know if that means just trying for a long time or if that means IVF. So she mentioned IVF. So I mean, obviously that's disappointed me, and it frustrates me because it's something that I struggle with, and it's heartbreaking to go through, you know, when you're trying to get pregnant and you want it so badly and it just doesn't happen. That's why I feel so blessed to have my son, because we worked really hard on him. But, you know, at the same time, I'm trying to just stay positive and be like, you know what, as long as I can eventually have another one, then whatever it takes, you know, we're willing to do that. So I'm trying to have a positive attitude about it and not be like Debbie Downer and like, well, you know, woe is me because I have fertility issues. Like, whatever. It's life, you know, life happens, and I'm not going to be as hung up on it as I was the last time. I'm just going to let it happen and go from there. I also asked about surrogacy because that was something that I wanted to do. My camera had memory issues. But she was like, absolutely not. Are you crazy? Like, do you know who you are? There's no way that you would be able to house another person's baby and not have some serious issues with giving it to the mom, or like going home and being super depressed. So she was like, it is not in your best interest. It's very thoughtful of you, but do not do that. She's like, it's hard enough for you to have your own kids, so for you to try to have somebody else's kids is going to be really difficult for you. And so that was cool to know too. And she's like, and honestly, I don't know when you're going to find the time, because you're going to be really busy. So I don't know when you're going to find the time to be having everyone's kids. That's what she said. It was funny. So yeah, that's kind of the gist of it. Everything that came from it was, you know, it was really good. She drew like a circle, like a pie, and put areas of my life and my career. And she said that a lot of my success is just going to be coming from me interacting with people. And she said that I'm going to impact a lot of people in a lot of good ways, and that it could be through a lot of different avenues, but that I'm in the right place. And so that feels really good to hear, like really, really good to hear. And I'm hopeful that in my attempt to inspire people and motivate people, that something good comes from it, where I am able to make this a job, where it's because it's so effortless for me to do it. Like if I could do YouTube and be, you know, sponsored by different companies and be able to put myself out there and teach the world everything that I know, like if I could do that and get paid to do that, then I would never work a day in my life, you know, like they say. It's like when I'm editing videos or when I'm getting content for Instagram or getting content for YouTube or Facebook or whatever, it's fun. It's a lot of fun for me. I love it. I love editing. I love all that stuff. That stuff isn't hard for me to do at all. It's not a chore. The only reason I struggle is because I'm having issues with time management, because I do work a full-time job. But if I could just do that full time, I would be so happy, you know, because I actually enjoy it. It's creative and I like that. So my fingers are crossed that everything works out, and I'm hopeful and I'm grateful and I'm optimistic. So it was a really good experience. And for those wondering, I went to a place called SEDONA. It's in Hawaii in the Ward Shopping Center, and her name was Melissa, and I can put her contact information for you below. Also, she does do phone readings, and she charges I think it was $30 for 15 minutes, and I did 45 minutes. So not too bad. But I would definitely do it again, and I would definitely recommend it. So that's that, friends. All right, I am in the Target parking lot. I'm gonna go and try and find some luggage because we are leaving in 2 weeks. So I'm gonna go get some luggage and then pick up my baby, and then I'm gonna go home and clean. So nothing interesting. All right, bye guys.